EA Sports, in partnership with the United States Golf Association, so proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, we bring you coverage from this opening round. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. Some good names up there, including our leader. Let's get out to the play as we pick things up at the par 4-7. And with that, we welcome Notah Begay III, four-time winner on the PGA Tour. And Notah, you've been in this spot, and every tournament is, in a way, a classroom. Maybe a classroom at Stanford, your alma mater. It's a chance to learn, isn't it?
It really is, and the hardest thing is to temper your expectations and to keep the nerves under control, because every single round from this point forward can be a stepping stone and an opportunity to learn and make your game better and move towards your ultimate goal of playing at the highest level.
This one's going to need to carry some pace with it. A long one for birdie. Back up the slope. "12 feet still to go." That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. He'll drop back now to 1 under par. The 8th hole here at Bandon takes us back toward the ocean. It's a par 4 at 385 yards, so it's not a long one. If you can successfully navigate or vomit over those two fairway bunkers, you could leave yourself with not much more than 50 yards or so for your approach.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
And that is not the spot to be.
Had to take the boxing gloves off on that one. No touch whatsoever. And this is a long, long putt coming back.
That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And he's going to fall out of red figures back down to even par. Well, whereas the 8th was a short par 4, nothing short about our closing hole here on this front side. The par 5 9th topping out at 585 yards, the longest hole on the course. That said, birdie is certainly not out of the equation. That is, if you can avoid the pot bunkers in the landing area off the tee. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there.
Normally they stick a tee in one end and a flag in the other. You're advanced the way. But that second shot on this par 5, that completely took the green out of play. Airmailed. That is a big mistake. Bladed that one.
Going to have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill. Always so frustrating when you hit a putt that comes up that short from about 8 feet. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. We begin the back 9 here at Bandon Dunes with a par 4 measuring out at 380 yards. It's yet another hole where that blue ocean catches your eye in the distance beyond. This hole, fairly straightforward, but big hitters should take note of that pot bunker that sits about 30 yards short of the green. So now from just 76 yards away, here's his second. Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. Now, that's going to miss right, and a good opportunity goes by the wayside. So that's in for par to start this backside, and he'll stay at even par. The 11th here at Bandon Dunes at 452 yards of par 4. The putt bunker left of the fairway is the main concern on the tee shot. From there, an uphill second takes you to a green that slopes away and back toward the ocean beyond. And that will do just fine. Front left hole location here as we await his second to the par 4. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
With a good shot there, maybe he gets away with bogey. But now, I think triple's very much in play.
You really have to bear down and focus on those type of chip shots. This time the short game, it just plain let him down.
He needs to slow a bit. Okay, that's still going to be a good 4 feet, though, coming back. Much needed there as that's in for a double bogey. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. They make their par 3s long here at Bandon Dunes. This one, the 12th, measures out at 238 yards. This one at least is slightly downhill. Areas of concern include that putt bunker short and left, and then the thicker stuff that comes into play if you knock it over the back. Oh dear, that looks thick in there. Second shot now here at the par 3.
It is a game of touch, and there's evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
Oh, what a par save that would have been. But instead, it scoots just by. So, a tough hole. That's in for bogey at 12. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. So today, probably a disappointment for our young amateur. Not the way you want to start off a big tournament.
Quite simply, it's a learning experience. Rich, what can we take out of the round? What can we improve?
EA Sports, in partnership with the United States Golf Association, so proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, we bring you coverage of the second round. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. A number of folks in contention, including our leader, to get out to the play at the par 3 6th. Yeah, that's nicely done. Birdie putt coming up here at the 6th. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Wow, just a hair off target. And those are the ones that'll drive you crazy. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he's going to stay at +5. We make our turn away from the ocean now and head to the par 4 7. At 411 yards, it offers a nice wide fairway to sort of bomb away into. That will likely leave an uphill approach for the second, the green that is one of the more difficult on the course. This is turning a little to his left. Solid, a good drive in the fairway. So from right around 80 yards or so, this is second. Well, safely on, but that's going to be a long way away. This one of the longest putts you can have on a golf course, though it is for birdie. So a good lag putt there, Frank.
Yeah, the whole idea of a lag putt, sometimes you build a 3 or a 4 foot circle and just try and get it inside that. Good putt.
That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll stay right where he is. The 8th hole is a par 4 at 385 yards. This one, similar in a lot of ways to the 3rd hole. The bigger hitters can easily clear those 2 fairway bunkers and, in theory, leave just a little pitch on for their second. And that one coming in too hot. It kicks off the fairway and right into the heavy stuff. He'll have to conjure something from this lie because that is not very good. See if he can knock it on in two.
Now, that's not a bad shot. And the reason why I say that, you see the lie, thick, heavy, rough, just to forge that one out and get it on the green. Good going.
Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain right where he is. On now to the finishing hole here on Bandon Dunes' front side, the par 5-9. It's the longest on the course, measuring out at 585 yards. You'll find a handful of pot bunkers in the inopportune spots along the way. But if you can navigate your way around them, you just might wind up with a birdie putt. That'll wind up the right side of the fairway. Nothing wrong with that.
Normally they stick a tee in one end and a flag in the other. You're advanced the way. But that second shot on this par 5, that completely took the green out of play. Airmailed. That is a big mistake.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. The backside begins here with the par 4 10th hole at 380 yards. The big hitters will feel like they can get it down there pretty close. An approach from the right side might be a bit shorter, but you'll get a better angle if you come at it from the left. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second.
Oh, huge mistake. That's motored on by.
All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
One thing I can say is it looks to be almost dead straight, but it's going to carry a good amount of speed as it hits that slope.
On to the 11th now, a par 4 at 452 yards. Best to keep it down the middle or to the right off the tee. That leads to an uphill second where you'll most likely have to take it right over that bunker that guards the front right portion of the green.
Now that is in the short stop.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
Imagine a missed club because that ball sailed past the flag. Really just fortunate to stay on the back of the green.
That is an excellent lag putt right there. Had the speed perfectly. So that brushed in for par here at 11. But that's going to keep him on the outside looking in terms of playing the weekend. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows? If you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly. There's such a fine line, Rich, between playing well and sort of not struggling, but...
EA Sports, in partnership with the United States Golf Association, so proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, it's live coverage of the third round. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Notah Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. A lot of folks fighting for the title, including our leader. And not the way you want to start your morning. That is going to be trouble right out of the starting gate. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. This is a 13-footer. Oh, yes, that's the way to start the day. It is a birdie here at the opening hole. And he'll try and fight back as that scores back to 3 over par. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, the long par 3. 2 bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must. Oh, that's not going to be good. A chance maybe to just throw something up high for his second.
Just a little over-ambitious on that chip shot. Just sailed past.
This hole really taking its toll now. Okay, that one finished off for a 5 here at the par 3. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. On to our first par 5 of the round, the 563-yard third hole. Bunkers dot the fairway on each side, and they're penal. But if you can avoid those, you'll find a wide, receptive green that will yield its share of 3s and 4s. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. Birdie attempt at the third. Notah Begay is down there.
And you have to be very careful with the downhill part of this putt. It doesn't have a lot of break, but it will gather some speed.
Nah, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll stay right where he is. Up next, we come to the par 4 fourth hole, which measures out at 443 yards. Beware that the rough is thick if you miss here, but a well-placed drive rewards you with our first real look at the Pacific, as you'll see that big expanse of blue and start to hear the crashing waves below. That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area. It'll take some effort from this buried lie, but a chance now to still reach this green in two.
Well, we had a chance to look at the lie, and just getting that ball in the green itself was really an accomplishment. Good shot.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain right where he is. On now to the number 1 handicap hole on the course. That is the 445-yard par 4 fifth. This one plays right along the bluffs of the Pacific. Keeping it straight here is the big key, because trouble lurks on either side if your tee shot or your approach are wayward. And that ball going to roll out a little too much as the momentum carries it all the way into the bunker. So this his second now, trying to get this out cleanly.
Now, that's actually a pretty good shot, really. I know that's not exactly close to the hole, but out of the fairway bunker, safely on deck.
A lot of movement on this putt left to right. I think the idea here is just to get it inside sort of a 3-foot circle. That's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And that's going to drop him back down to 6 over. We continue our turn northward along the bluffs as we come to the par 3 6th. It's another stout one at 217 yards. Most golfers will be happy to play toward the right center part of this large green and stay away from the trouble, including the cliff on the left. That one safely on the putting surface. Okay, so this one maybe a birdie putt in name only. Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. Okay, it's a bogey here at number 6. And that's going to move him all the way down to plus 10. Frank, this was supposed to be moving day for our featured golfer, but instead, they were moving in the wrong direction and over par. EA Sports is proud to present continuing coverage of the world of golf. Today, live coverage comes your way of the final round. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top at 3 under par. Time to get out to the action on the course as we pick things up on the tee at the par 4 14th. And that ball's going to be slowed up enough that it is going to wind up in the bunker. So this one going to have to carry a long way. Ooh. Look out. I mean, that one came out jalapeno hot, Frank.
Using all the real estate, and now really got the work cut out to get down in 2 putts.
That's what these greens can do to you. They make you see things that just aren't there. And that one slides by. That goes down, but it's a 6 at the par 4. And with it, he's going to fall even further down this leaderboard, well above par. 4 holes to go as we come to the par 3 15th, measuring at 206 yards. Best to avoid the short right bunker, which is the deepest on the golf course. Putting one in the center of this plateau green is not a bad play here. And that one not on the green, but not a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3. Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And that's going to drop him even further down the leaderboard. This is one of the signature holes here at Bandon Dunes, the par 4 16. Some golfers play for the upper fairway, which gives you a bit of an angle to the green. Others, they stay down low, which is maybe a little safer. A third option is just to try and carry it over everything, but beware the pot bunkers and the gorse if you choose option C. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range.
Nobody's happy after that shot. Oh, I mean, that was one up from disastrous, really.
We turn to Notah Begay III for this look at birdie.
Not a ton in this, but you have to hit it firm.
That's a half a ball away from going in. Very well read. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain right where he is. Feast or famine here on this par 4 17th at 405 yards. There are no good misses off the tee. Left has pot bunkers and thick gorse. Right with a long bunker and the side of a canyon to contend with. Best to just put one right down the middle, but that's easy for me to say. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. Here we go. This one for birdie. Just 5 feet left. Oh, man, he can't believe it. What else could go wrong? That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And he's going to fall even further below par. So now it's on to the 18th here at Bandon Dunes. The fog's starting to thicken up a bit as we reach this 558-yard par 5. The big key is avoiding the bunkers off the tee. Do that, and you'll have a good chance to get out of here with a birdie or maybe even an eagle. And continued problems off the tee. That ball going to come to rest in the heavy rough. I'll tell you what, all things considered, from the deep rough, I think you'll take that one.
Yes, exactly, Rich. The situation has dramatically improved from problem to all of a sudden possibility.
Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short. Nope. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And with it, he's going to fall even further down this leaderboard, well above par. Frank, you know the life of a professional golfer is filled with some disappointments, and that's, I think, in part what this week is about. Not everybody gets through Q School.
No, this is a tough pill to swallow. You miss a cut on the PGA Tour, you got next week.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, it's opening round coverage of the event known as Q School. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. Some good names up there, including our leader. So let's get you out to the action on the turn as we head to the tee at the par 4 10. Down on the course, let's check in with Notah Begay III.
Looking at 112 yards to the front, 142 to the hole, pin sitting back right.
A very conservative approach shot. It's a safe side of the green, but as we can all attest, a long way from the hole.
"11 feet away. That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Now to the par 4 11th, just a shade under 440 yards. Where are the difficulties here, Frank?
The water down the left, but the hole keeps going that way, almost in a semi-horseshoe fashion. 2 bunkers down the right, they always catch the stray tee shot, but once again, you don't have to hit driver here. You've got to get that ball in play.
And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Frank, another good hole to par 4 11th, looking at the second shot now.
The second shot has a similar look to the second shot at the third hole at Bay Hill. Water all down the left-hand side, that has to be respected. And a green really where you've got to favour the right side, or at least right of middle.
All right, so he'll take his drop, and with a penalty stroke added, that'll become his 4th now to the par 4. And that ball not wanting to cooperate, and it is into the hazard. So now following the drop, this will become the 6th shot coming up. Oh, that is left, and that is trouble. And that is going to be into the water. And sometimes you just kind of know it's not your hole. Time to move on. Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570 odd yards, tee it high, let it fly.
Now to the par 5 12th. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Anytime you get a par 5 at Bay Hill, got to take advantage of it. The drive was fine, but just not long enough. So this par 5 out of his reach. Two solid shots, gets close to this par 5 green in 2. I know the ball's in the rough, but it's not too bad. With a good short game, perhaps birdie.
Well, it's on, but that's going to make things difficult from there. Iona's down there. This for birdie.
Well, there is movement in this putt, but it's in that first 10 to 15 feet from right to left, and then from that point it will really straighten out.
Oh, man. Boy, it's been one of those days. You think the golf gods are against you. So, a tough hole. That's in for bogey at 12. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Well, despite only measuring 370 yards, this par 4 13th at Bay Hill is the number one handicap hole. 2 fairway bunkers to the left, 1 to the right. And that green is protected by 2 more bunkers and water front and right. Nope, that wasn't the right line, and he'll pay the price as this ball gonna run off the fairway and into the bunker. That is started right, and that is trouble. The timing definitely off on that swing, and that ball goes straight into the water.
Had to take the boxing gloves off on that one. No touch whatsoever, and this is a long, long putt coming back.
This would be a bonus from 25 feet away. Good putt there to somehow come away with double bogey. And that's going to drop him all the way down to 8 over par. Frank, as we come to the 14th of par 3, what's ahead for the players?
Once again, another tough par 3 coming up. Narrow at the front. It gets a little wider the further you go up this green.
That will be too much, club. It's into one of those 2 bunkers over the back of this 14th green. Okay, that should be inside of 10 feet. Not too bad. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll remain 8 over for the tournament. Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole if you can curve your ball. That's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
It's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Now the approach shot, par 4, 15th hole. Frank, break it down.
Green narrows up the further back you go, so the most generous place to land the ball is in the front half of this green. It's also the flattest section of the green.
Yeah, that was going to be tough to fly that all the way to the hole out of the bunker, and this is going to come up a good bit short. Just a touch firm there. That'll be about 3-4 feet coming back. Okay, no further damage. It's a bogey 5. And that won't help the cause one bit. These 4 days are going to be a grind. That's the nature of Q School. But day 1, Frank, it's in the books.
Yeah, day 1 of 4, Rich, but, it's cutthroat. It's basically pass or fail. There's nothing else.
So, for Frank Nobile, EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Arnie's Place, Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, today it's second round coverage of Q School. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll stay right where he is. Back to the action here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Second hole, it is a pretty demanding par 3, Frank.
Goal really is to just carry that front bunker or sneak it a little right of that and try and cheat it around.
Boy, just far too strong with a tee shot there, and this winds up flying the green. Maybe a spot for the lob wedge, a second to the par 3. Now a 7-footer. That slides by to the right. Just never had that on target. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. And he'll continue his slide. He is at 9 over par. For the lake on the left and thick rough on the right, this 434-yard third at Bay Hill is a beautiful but stiff challenge. This is a good scenic par 4, the third here at Bay Hill. That huge lake on the left, it's obvious. You want to keep it away from that. If you do, you'll have a short iron in and a chance to make a 3. And that will be in with the Gators as it is into this big circular lake. Okay, so the drop taken, and that will set up what's going to be his third now to this par 4. Uh-oh, that's trouble over there. Oh, and you saw that splash there. That is into the hazard. All right, so drop taken, that will bring up a 5th shot on the way. Up, that's going to be in the hazard, and it was Ben Hogan who said the most important shot in golf is the next one. And I can add that I think that should probably come on the next tee. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo back at the 4th hole. Par 5, the first one on the golf course, and Frank, a really good scoring opportunity.
It certainly is. 2 bunkers down the left. Just want to keep it inside that. If you flare it a little right, there's a hazard that just sneaks up on you. Let's not get ahead of ourselves and just deliberately hit it on another tee box. But you never know. You might get away with it. So many shots just being given away on the front side, and all because of the short game.
Well, that, not his finest effort, and it's going to leave a very anxious putt to save bogey. Might have stared at that one too long. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut. Oof. Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. Frank, at the fourth, we pulled the hammer out. Here, maybe it's a scalpel?
Well, it just depends. A little trailing breeze. A drive is not always a bad play here. 367 yards to the front is a little kick forward. So, wind behind your back, almost worth a go.
Yeah, this is not the biggest of fairways, so that is a good shot here at 5. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
It's 125 yards left to the hole, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
A little disappointing from that range. I really thought you could hit one in there tight, but instead, once again, tough two-putt now.
That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he's going to stay right where he is. Frank, the par 5/6 looks like an enormous carry over the water. What if you're not one of the bigger hitters?
Well, then you've really got to aim at those two bunkers, right in between them on the right side, Rich. It becomes very much a plotter hole, because even the layup becomes important. This par 5, you've then got to attack it with a wedge.
Yep, very good shot right there. Was able to cover that lake with ease and into the fairway here at 6. Oh, going with the 3-wood, but this is headed for the lake. And that is into the water. So the first shot made it over okay, but the second is swallowed up by this lake here at 6.
Well, the struggle is definitely real. A lot of poor shots on this hole.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, so that one finished off with double bogey. And that's going to drop him even further down the leaderboard. So, Frank, this a very difficult Friday for our featured golfer. Nothing seemed to go right. And this is going to wind up an MC. That stands for missed cut.
Not hammer, that's for sure. You'll feel like hitting is...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, it's opening round coverage of the event known as Q School. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top. Time to head out to the course as we pick things up on the tee at the long par 5/6. that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker. Want to make sure you catch this cleanly. His second to the par 5. Oh, going with the 3-wood, but this is headed for the lake. And that is into the water. So the first shot made it over okay, but the second is swallowed up by this lake here at 6. Oh, that is left, and that is trouble. No, that's offline and directly into the water. Okay, so the drop going to be taken here, and now he will try to regroup as he readies his 6th to the par 5. Didn't go your way. It happens in golf, so just pick up and move on. Here we are now at the 199-yard par 3 7th, a challenge with a green protected by bunkers, short, left, and long. Moving on now, Frank, we're at the par 3 7th hole. What's the challenge here?
Really, the high ball hitters have an advantage here. Just try and carry it in the middle of the green.
And that's going to be too strong. It is into one of the 2 back bunkers around this 7th green. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, that one came out hot, tough to judge sometimes, coming out of the sand, and that winds up well beyond the flag. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Oh, man, he can't believe it. What else could go wrong? Well, not to be. Time to move on to the next hole. Let's move on to the 8th, and Frank, what's ahead here?
Big par 4, just over 450 yards. Ideally, you want to get it down by that bunker where it's nice and flat, because that second shot, you know what's coming up.
This starting toward the right side. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Uh-oh, that might not be enough. Yeah, that is into the water in front of this 8th green. So now, after the drop and the penalty stroke, this is going to be shot number 4 coming up. Well, obviously he can do better, and he's going to have to on this next putt if he wants to just get out of here with bogey, Frank.
And this one's certainly going to be, well, worth the price of admission.
You can see the frustration building. That is not a great putt there. Okay, a disappointing 6 here at par 4. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. And what's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker. Finally got rid of the spray can because the balls were going all over the golf course. I mean, just the little piece down the middle of the fairway, just plop it down there, just like that. That was good.
had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
Way too good, I must say. That was just smashed. Yeah, sizable putt left.
Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that won't help the cause one bit. We start the backside at Bay Hill with a par 4, 400-yard dogleg to the right. 2 bunkers through the fairway and 1 on the right. Accuracy off the tee is critical. And that is going to be into the first of the 2 fairway bunkers left here at 10, and that'll be a long way back. Well, lesson there, I think, is if you find the bunker, you're just asking for trouble. Short of the green and a lot of work to do to salvage par. Yeah, that was going to be tough to fly that all the way to the hole out of the bunker, and this is going to come up a good bit short.
Tough start to the backside, Frank.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well, too. You start losing confidence with the putter early on.
Okay, that's going to be finished off for his bogey, and he's going to fall even further below par. Another par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, there's water looming left and then bunkers on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the 3rd hole on the front side. 2 bunkers down the right side. Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here.
Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
139 the number to the flagstick today. And the pin, it's in the front portion of the green.
Well, that's the thing about this game. You have to account for the wind. Got that one up into that steady breeze, and it never came back online. Facing 29 feet. Come on, you can't leave it that short, can you? Oh, man. Boy, it's been one of those days. You think the golf gods are against you. Well, hit the stroke limit on that one. For the golfer we had our eye on, no other way to say it, Frank, just not a real good day out there.
It could be a short week, Rich.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Arnie's Place, Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, today it's second round coverage of Q School. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. A lot of folks fighting for the title, including our leader. So out to the action we go as we'll pick things up on the tee at the par 5 12. Going to take a big poke to get there, but a chance with his second to the par 5.
The beauty of this par 5, so many different ways to play it. And be a little wayward, even with the tee shot or the second shot. But really, it's going to be about the third shot today. How close can you hit it?
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Just too tough to control out of the sand. That one unable to hold the green. It'll run off into the short stuff. Okay, so problems at the par 5 as that's in for a 7. And with it, he's going to fall even further down this leaderboard, well above par. At the par 4 13th now, Frank, what's the key here?
Really avoid those 3 bunkers, Rich. You don't want a fairway bunker shot over water for your second shot.
And a splash of sand there. Is this ball going to wind up in the bunker off the tee? Hoping just to get this on somehow. His second from the fairway bunker. Oh, no. Oh, and this fairway's going to run out of room. That's into the pond here in front of this 13th green. So, with a shake of the head, he'll take his drop, and now with a stroke added for the penalty, this becomes his 4th to the par 4. We need to recheck the yardage after that one. That's on the green, but not a real good shot. Now, you can tell the thoughts are elsewhere right now. You got to get home. 14th hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up.
Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again, in the bunker.
Some green to work with as he'll try and lift this one out. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand. And that race is right on by. Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And that's going to drop him even further down the leaderboard. Well, this is one of those holes at Bay Hill where you have to sort of thread the needle. It's more about accuracy than it is about power. It's only 429 yards, a dog leg to the right, but you absolutely have to put the ball in play off the tee. Yeah, tried to cut the corner there, but it's not going to work. That is into the fairway bunker here at 15. Need to be careful not to take much, if any, sand here. His second to this par 4. Now another go at this, again from the fairway bunker. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Problems compounding now. Another attempt here to get this ball up and out. Time to just pick up and move on to the next hole. So conditions were tough out there, Frank. Our featured golfer could never really put it together, and it's going to mean a missed cut.
I got to be honest, Rich. There was